Give me 1 second. I will be over to let you in. Give me uno momento. One good time. Haha. So, welcome, future fellow weirdo of the flock. How are you? Haha. Welcome. Welcome to the party pen. We clap for you. Welcome. Haha. Welcome. Welcome. And what we do here in this most effective church, this side of the universe, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said, because God did not fucking say that. And stop saying he did, because he did not. And I give no fucks. Fight me. He did not say it. So, if you do want to know what God said, come this way. I have everything you need. I have cigarettes. I just lost my cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chair with your name on it, jet beds, and good spirits. Welcome. So, bring your animals. I love them. So, we are in the middle of God talking a whole bunch of shit because he's really fucking mad. We are on the second prophecy book. Not exactly sure. No, it is the second prophecy book. I think it's the second. Yeah, the second prophecy book out of three, or four, five. Okay, the third prophecy book out of a couple of them. I don't know how many there are exactly, but might not read all of them. Although maybe we should. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But as of right now, we are in the middle of God talking so much shit. Like, so much shit to the point to where I'm pretty sure after God gets done with this, these men are totally fucked for the rest of their lives. Even though they're kind of old when God's like doing this, so they're probably about to die anyway. So, like, their last little bit of time is spent with an angry God in their head. So it's like, man, I hope you're resting peacefully because the last little bit of time you had on earth had to be fucking terrible. I mean, how would you feel if God was pissed off inside your head every day for like what Jeremiah said 23 years? God has been doing this to him for 23 years. Oh my God. I how do you cope with that? Like, how do you cope with that? 23 years of a pissed off God. I don't even know. But I know we are on chapter 27. So, hello. How's everybody doing? Do you have your coffee? Is your joint ready? Do you have your cigarette? Or do you need to hit mine with me? Speaking of cigarette. Oh, well, I don't. Well, I do have one. I should have two, but I smoked one a second ago. So I'm guessing I don't have mine. But give a like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, preacher. Hi, Miss Muddy. Hi. How are you? I know you're probably going to fall asleep. But when you fall asleep and you watch us again tomorrow, watch it on 1.25 speed. And everyone else, turn this to 1.25 speed because I don't talk that fast. So even if you put it on 2 times speed, I would sound normal to you. Uh, well, I sound normal to myself. I sound like I'm speaking at a good cadence, good rhythm, or whatever on 1.25 or 2 times speed. Yep. And some people tell me to quit saying that, but it's like I know I talk slow. And I can't stand watching my videos on regular speed. It's like, oh my God, I want myself to shut up and talk faster. But I can't talk faster. My medicine makes me talk slow. So, 1.25. Yeah, seriously. I'm not going to fall asleep. I have the fireplace roaring. Oh, yeah, if you fall asleep, your husband might get mad. Yeah, don't fall asleep. But we are going to go ahead and get to chapter 27. Okay. I thought we were past. Oh, okay. This book is just jumping all over the place. Okay. So remember, we were just talking about Zedekiah and the son of Jehoiakim, right? When that it was the son of Jehoiakim. But anyway, now we're back at Jehoiakim. So it says, in the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, this word came to Jeremiah from the Lord. So now we're going backwards in time. They do this shit on purpose so you can never pinpoint what the fuck is actually happening. Because we just read everything about Joachim's son. What happened to Joachim's son? But over here in chapter 27, it's like, well, this is the beginning of Joachim. But we were past Joachim a minute ago. They do this shit on purpose. This is why no one likes the Bible. It's this shit right here. Because it confuses you. It tells the beginning of the story after the ending of the story. So you know the end of it. And then just all of a sudden in the middle, it's going to tell you the beginning of the story. Which makes no fucking sense at all. Like, zero. And whoever got paid to write Das Bible, they got paid to fuck it up. They got paid to mix and match everything so that the beginning of a story comes after the end of the story. But you don't know what happened at the end of the story because it hasn't even told you the beginning of the story. So, anyway, here we go. In the beginning of the reign of Joachim, the son of Josiah, this word came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Hey, I got more to say. Listen, make for yourselves bonds and yokes and put them on your neck and send them to the king of Edom, the king of Moab, the king of the Amorites, king of Tyre, and king of Sidon. By hand of the messengers come to Jewland, Zedekiah, king of Judah, and command them to their master. I thought Jehoiakim was king of Judah. Why is Zedekiah king of Judah? What the fuck is happening? See, what the fuck is happening? No one knows. No one knows what's happening. How can they both be king at the same time? They're not. What is happening? No one knows. No one knows what's happening because shit just keeps happening. I don't know. Now my brain hurts. You know, the piece of my brain that's missing. You know, I got 3/4 of a brain left. And the 3/4 of my brain that is left just lost all of its brain cells. No one knows what's happening. I'm God and God voice me God right now. Don't know what's happening. What's happening? No one knows. Okay. Look, we're going to do it again. Okay. In the beginning of the reign of Joachim, king of Josiah, no, son of Josiah, king of Judah, this word came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, make for yourselves bonds and yokes, and put them on your neck, and send them. What? Make for yourselves. So he's talking to multiple people. And then he says, put them on your neck. And then he says, send them to the king of Edom, Moab, Ammonites, Tyre, and the king of Sidon, by the hand of the messengers who come to Jewland, to Zedekiah, king of Judah. But Jehoiakim is king of Judah in the beginning. In the beginning of this chapter, he is the king of Judah. The end of this chapter, Zedekiah is king of Judah. No one knows what's happening. And command them to say to their masters, thus you shall say, I have made the earth, the man, and the beasts that are on the ground, my great power and my outstretched arm, and have given it to whom it seemed proper to me. And now I have given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, my servant, and the beasts of the field I have also given him to serve him. So all nations shall serve him, and his son's son, until the time of his land comes. And then many nations, great kings, shall make him serve them. And it shall be that the nation and kingdom which will not serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and which will not put its neck under the yoke of the king, that nation I will punish with the sword, the famine, and the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand. Therefore, do not listen to your prophets, your diviners, your dreamers, soothsayers, sorcerers, who speak to you, saying, nope, you ain't gonna serve that guy. Who the fuck is he? You're not gonna serve him. They prophesy a lie to you to remove you far from your land, and I will drive you out, and you will perish. But the nations that bring their necks under your yoke, hold on. But the nations that go into the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him, I will let them remain in their own land, and they shall fill it and dwell in it. That's not what happened, though. Are you talking about any other nation? I don't know. Now I'm confused. I don't know which nation he's talking about. Hold on. Okay. I also spoke to Zedekiah, the king of Judah, according to all these words, saying, go, do the king of Babylon thing. Go to that guy. Serve him and live. Why will you die? You and your people by the sword, by the famine, by pestilence. And the Lord spoke against the nation that will not serve the king of Babylon. Therefore, do not listen to the words of a prophet who speaks to you, saying, hey, don't go serve that guy. You don't even know him. No, don't do it. Go live. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't go follow that guy. The king of Babylon. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that because they're lying. Okay. Look, do not listen to the words of the prophet who speak to you, saying, yeah, 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 don't serve that guy. He's all bad for you. Look, don't do it. Don't go serve that guy. Listen, 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 listen. Okay, yeah, I have not sent them yet. They prophesy a lie in my name. That is taking the Lord's name in vain. Lying on God, not asking God to damn something. No, that is not taking the Lord's name in vain. Taking the Lord's name in vain is lying on Him. You know, when you do things out of vanity, it's because you're lying to yourself. Lying. Vain. Okay, anyway. That I may drive you out and that you may perish. You and these stupid ass prophets that we call Mormons who prophesy to you. Also, I spoke to the priest and to all these terrible people, saying, yeah, I already told you, don't listen to those guys, right? Do not listen to the prophets who prophesy to you, saying, behold, the vessel of the Lord's house will shortly be brought back from Babylon. Yeah. They prophesy a lie to you. Do not listen to them. Serve the king of Babylon and live. Why should this city be laid to waste? That's a Lamb of God song. Okay. But if they are prophets and the word of the Lord is with them, let them now make intercession to the Lord of hosts, that the vessels which are left in God's house, in the king's house, and Jew land, do not go to Babylon. Oh, all that was supposed to be Jeremiah talking. That was totally my bad. That was all Jeremiah. But me, God, right now in God voice, I am talking about the pillars, the sea, the carts, the remainder of the vessels which remain, which the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, did not take when he carried away captive Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah. Now we're back to the beginning again. I thought we were just. I'm so fucking confused. Me, God, and God voice. I did this shit. This is literally part of my history. And I have no fucking idea what the back and forth is. You go from one section of the years to another section of years and then back to the other section of years. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. But anyway, when he carried captive Jeconiah, Joachim's son, from Jewland to Babylon, and all the nobles of Judah and Jewland, lies snuff. No. Yes, thus says the Lord, the God of these terrible ass people, concerning the vessels that remain in the house of the Lord and in the king's house and Jewland. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there they shall be until the day that I visit them. Then I will bring them up and restore them to this place. Okay. Hey, what is happening? Okay, there we go. All right, that's the end of that chapter. I'm not going. Okay. Wait till 28. We're getting there. We're getting there. Miss Muddy, this is such a fun book. I don't even know what's happening. But as a matter of fact, man. So, Miss Muddy, how are you? I thought, what time is it? 11:26. People are supposed to be getting here around now. At least I hope so. When I do it early, they all come in at 11:30. But when I'm on time, they don't ever come in. I don't know. But I'm trying to be accommodating. And I've noticed, like, every time I do them early, everybody shows up at about 11:30 or so. Oh, good. Good. Was Thanksgiving hectic? Thanksgiving was really hectic on my side. Speaking of really hectic, let me go grab my ginger ale real quick. Because I've been eating leftover fruit salad, and Dustin made biscuits and gravy for dinner. We got a can of gravy and a can of biscuits, and we had leftover eggs. So we made this big ass breakfast. Oh, and with the shredded hash browns. Oh man, dinner was delicious, and my stomach hurts so bad. It was okay. Well, let me go grab this ginger ale. Who'd you spend Thanksgiving with? Well, that was a really sad moment. Ginger ale's all gone. It was a terribly sad moment. Okay, so now we're going to do chapter 28. Oh, yeah. 29 is going to be kind of long, but actually, we're at a very good place. Went to one of our daughters, everyone was there, and the food was amazing. Yeah, we went to Dustin's mom's house. We all cooked something, and my son got to make the turkey, and he made it really good. He rubbed the butter on every part of the turkey. It got real super crispy and shit. It was real good. But then mom spilled turkey juice all over the floor and all over her leg. But she said it didn't burn. So I think it just burnt the burn or something. I don't know what happened. But it was kind of a miracle that she didn't spill that shit all over herself. And most of it got in the oven. Hey, it got in the oven and it smoked. The smoke alarm was going off. It was crazy. Okay. So, oh, now it's about to be another prophet. What? Where's his book at? See, there's a bunch of shit missing. There's books missing, like of other people. And I mean, some of these books are not even in the Apocrypha. And I've tried to read the Apocrypha one other time before, but it was pissing me off because at the time I was reading the Apocrypha, I couldn't read very good anyway. So it was good times indeed, Miss Muddy. Good time. Mm. We had so much fun. Um, but anyway, Miss Muddy, just to take a sidetrack real quick. Do you remember when you said that you would send all those nuts that you didn't want to crack? Well, I forgot that Dustin's mom makes baklava every year because, well, I grew up on it and it's pretty easy to make. So she learned how to make it so we could carry my family heritage down here to Ohio. Although baklava, I think, is Greek and my family is Middle East. Um, but they eat baklava. It's in every Arabic restaurant ever. So she makes it. So if you do send those nuts, we have a way to make them. So if you've got too many, um, we could always use them if they're going to go to waste. Because they go, any kind of nuts are going baklava. Although it's historically made with pistachios, but you can use any kind of nut. As long as you have honey and phyllo bread, or phyllo dough. It's honey, nuts, and phyllo dough. That's baklava. But it's supposed to be pistachios. But you can make them out of walnuts, not regular peanuts, because then it tastes like peanut butter and it just takes everything out of the baklava. Well, okay, that's even better. That's even better. We can mix them half and half. It don't matter. Although I couldn't remember what kind of nut it was. So I think I told them almonds. I said, I think it's almonds, but I'm not totally sure. I was just making shit up. Okay, let's get on to chapter 28 before I lose any more viewers. Anyway, smoke them if you got them. Because I got them and I'm smoking them. Okay. And it happened in the same year, at the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah. What? See, I don't fucking know. Okay. Anyways, it happened the same year, at the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, in the fourth year, and in the fifth month. Okay, so their months begin in April. So it'll be April, May, June, July, August. All right, this would be happening in August. Oh, there's a fucking cat knocking. Hold on. I'm coming. Oh, you're in the litter box. Thought you were knocking on the back door. It's in the fucking litter box. Oh, false alarm. She was in the litter box. I picked them from. Oh, they're pecans. Okay. Okay, well, pecans will work perfectly. Because I think the baklava we had this year was made out of pecans. Yeah, there we go. All right, now we're going to orient ourselves to a king we know nothing about. We don't know who was first, and we don't know who was last. Okay, so this happened in August 0004. That's how they're counting years, right? In the fifth month. That Hananiah, the son of Azur, the prophet, who is a man from Gibeon, who spoke to me in the house of the Lord, in the presence of the priests and all these terrible ass fucking people, saying, God said, what, what did I say? I have broken the yoke of the king of Babylon. Within 2 full years, I will bring back to this place all of the vessel of the Lord's house that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, took away from this place and carried to Babylon. And I will bring back to this place Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, with all the captives of Judah who went to Babylon. For I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know what's happening. The king was Joachim and Jeconiah, or he took Jeconiah, but now is saying there's King Zedekiah. And he's saying he's going to bring the king of Judah back when there's already a king in Judah. And also, these people were not accepted back into Jewland, as a matter of fact. The people that Nebuchadnezzar brought in there to take over the land, they became the priests, and they became the Levites, and they became the rulers of that land. These people were not accepted back, mostly because they had all the Jewness bred out of them. You know, whatever. And that's what I've said this whole time. The people who claim to be Jewness nowadays are fucking descendants of either Babylonian or Tyre, Sidon, all these other places that Nebuchadnezzar brought people from to take over Jewland and shit. They were not originally Jew. They were taught how to be Jew by one guy. One guy taught them how to be priests and Levites. And then the priests and Levites that left there were not accepted back into there. So I'm just saying that. Okay. Okay. Then the prophet Jeremiah spoke to the prophet Hananiah in the presence of everyone. And Jeremiah said, Amen, the Lord do so. Let the Lord perform your words which you have prophesied, and bring back the vessels of the Lord's house, and all who were carried away captive from Babylon to this place. Nevertheless, hear now this word that I speak in your hearing, and the hearing of all these terrible ass people, the prophets who have been before me and before you of old prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms of war disaster and pestilence. As for the prophet who prophesies peace, when the word of the prophet comes to pass, the prophet will be known as one whom the Lord has truly sent. So that's how you know Mormons aren't real prophets. Because there is no giant ass earthquakes and everybody's going to die. That'll happen when the sun explodes. God will blow up the sun. That's when everybody's going to die. When the sun explodes in like 10 million years. Yeah, that's a thing that's going to happen. Okay. Then Hananiah the prophet took the yoke off of Jeremiah's neck and broke it. And Hananiah spoke in the presence of all the people, saying, Thus says the Lord, even so I will break the yoke of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, from the neck of all nations within the space of 2 full years. And the prophet Jeremiah went his way. Okay, so God's done with Jeremiah, right? Hey, preacher. Wheels and them should be coming in. Hey, Wheels! I literally was just talking about you. Literally. And we're almost done with this chapter. Chapter 28, I think. Okay. Okay. Now, we're on Jeremiah 28, verse 12. Yeah, okay. It says, Now the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah after Hananiah the prophet broke the yoke from his neck, saying, Oh man, hey, Jeremiah, why'd you leave? Don't leave, I need you to go talk to that guy. How do you know I said what he said? You don't know if I said that or not. Go back there. Go back there. You got to tell him something. And you're going to tell him, You have broken the yokes of wood, but you have made in their place yokes of iron. I have put a yoke of iron on the neck of all these nations, that they may serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and they will serve him. I have given him the beasts of the field also. Then the prophet Jeremiah said to Hananiah, Look, the Lord has not sent you, but you make this people trust. Oh, that's for life. My fucking nickel. Ooh. Look, you know what I just realized? Nickel and nickel sound the same. And I have a neck hole. And my name is Nicole. Yeah. I can stick like a third of my finger in my neck hole, and occasionally it chokes me on my own air. It's a thing that happens. But anyway, I don't know why I just thought of that, but my name sounds like neck hole. I'm sorry. So, the Lord has not sent you, but you make this people trust in a lie. Therefore, God said, I will cast you from the face of the earth. This year you shall die because you took the Lord's name in vain. You lied on him. You're a lawyer. Yeah, you suck. Anyway, I thought Hananiah was going to be good. And I mean, God didn't really say he was lying. He just said you knocked down the plan a little bit, like by 2 years. Oh, well, I guess that would mean he was lying, right? Yeah, I don't know. But that is the end of chapter 28. I'm ready to hop out. Well, we can smoke a joint real quick. How many minutes are we at? How many minutes is that? 54 minutes. I don't know. We could do, no, because chapter 29 is going to be long as fuck. I don't know. A couple of you just got here. Well, one of you just got here. Well, two of you. And Miss Muddy is going to be here. Well, Miss Muddy was already here. I don't know if she's staying, but I got 4 viewers. So, I suppose let's read chapter 29. Let's smoke them if we got them and get on to chapter 29. Okay. All right. Now, okay. So, Hananiah the prophet died in the same year, in the 7th month. So, August was the 5th month. Okay, so this would be in October. And in October, they have a couple feasts. I don't remember which feast they have, but I'm pretty sure in October they got a few parties. Well, at least one, maybe two, but I know they definitely have a. Oh, hi, Miss Muddy. Okay, so anyway, this is happening in October. August, September, October. Yep. Okay. Now, these are the words of the letter that Jeremiah sent from Jewland to the remainder of the elders who were carried away captive, to the priests, the prophets, and all the people Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captive from Jewland to Babylon. And in parentheses it said, this happened after Jeconiah, the king, the queen mother, the eunuchs, the princes of Judah and Jewland, the craftsmen, the smithies, had departed from Jewland. The letter was sent by the hand of Elisha, the son of Shaphan, who is somebody. I don't exactly remember who he is, but he was somebody in the other story. I just don't remember what story. And Gemariah, the son of Hilkiah, who also was somebody, I think, whom Zedekiah, the king of Judah, sent with, who sent to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, saying, okay, to all who were carried away captive, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jewland to Babylon. Build houses, dwell in them, plant gardens, eat their fruit, take wives, and beget sons and daughters. So pretty much breed all the Jewness out of you, because you guys don't deserve to be Jewness no more, because you suck. But anyway, integrate. Yeah. Okay. So do this. And also give your daughters some husbands from there, so they may bear sons and daughters, that you may be increased there and not diminished. Seek the peace of the city people, where I have caused you to be carried away captive, and to pray to the Lord for it. For in its peace you will have peace. Do not let your prophets and your divinators who are in your midst deceive you, nor listen to your dreams, which you cause to be dreamed, for they prophesy falsely to you in my name, that I did not send them. They're cult, and they're called Mormons, and they also think they're apostles, which they are not. Clearly not. I hate these people. I hate those people too. You know, you don't gotta call yourself a prophet to feel special. You just get a wife, and then you feel special all the time. Yeah, and if you don't feel special with your wife, get a new wife. I shouldn't say that though, because me, Nikki K, I'm a terrible wife. And I don't want Dustin to get a new wife. Because I would go on a killing spree, you know, be all bad. Anyway, okay, where am I at? Okay. After 70 years are completed at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you and cause you to return to this place. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, thoughts of peace and not evil. But these people wrap themselves in evil like they're present. These people are fucking terrible. Okay. I'm talking about the people in the Bible and who think they're from the Bible. Yeah. Or they think they're special because God. Yeah. These people are fucking terrible. Rat snakes with cockroach legs and T-Rex arms. Fuck these people. Okay. Anyway, in your midst deceive you, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you to return to this place. For I know the thoughts that I have toward you, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call on me, go and pray to me, and I will listen to you. And you will seek me and will find me when you search for me with all your heart. I will be found by you, and I will bring you back from your captivity. I will gather you from all this is so long. From all the places where I have driven you, and I will bring you to the place which I caused you to be carried away captive, because you have said, the Lord has raised up prophets for us in Babylon. Okay. Therefore, I'm going to say concerning the king of Babylon. Wait. Concerning the king who sits on the throne of David, concerning all the people who dwell in it, this city, who dwell in this city, and concerning your brothers who did not go with you into captivity, I will send on them the sword, the famine, and pestilence. I will make them like rotten figs that cannot be eaten. They are so bad. Okay. They are so bad. And I will pursue them with the sword, famine, and pestilence, and I will deliver them to trouble among all the kingdoms of earth, to be a curse, astonishment, a hissing, and reproach among all the nations where I have driven them, because they have not heeded my word, which I sent to them by my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them. Neither would you heed, says the Lord. Therefore, listen, all of you, the captivity whom I have sent from Jewland to Babylon. Thus says me, the God of these terrible ass people, concerning Ahab and Zedekiah, the son, Ahab, the son of Koleah, and Zedekiah, the son of Maaseiah, who prophesy a lie to you. Ahab wasn't a prophet, though. He was literally a terrible king. What's happening? And Zedekiah is a king also. Are they different? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But they prophesy a lie to you in my name. They took my name in vain. Are you leaving, preacher? All right, well, oh, it says, never mind. Okay. Well, hello. Be right back, Miss Muddy. Don't get lost in the toilet. Yeah, don't get lost. Okay. So they take my name in vain by lying to y'all. I will deliver them to the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and they shall slay them before your eyes. And because of them, a curse shall be taken shall be taken up by all the captivity of of Judah, who are in Babylon, saying, the Lord make you like Zedekiah and Ahab, whom the king of Babylon roasted in the fire. What, like on a spit? Oh, that's terrible. Because there is only one way to put somebody on a spit. Don't you put them in asshole to brain? Like stick it right up the bum. Right up the bum of the skull, right? And then like the spit, you turn it. That's how you roast people, right? Or is King of Babylon going to be cracking jokes about these people all night? No one knows, but either way, it's going to be embarrassing. Okay. No, they're going to be roasted in the fire, so it's going to be the former. Because they have done disgraceful things in Israel. They have committed adultery with their neighbors' wives, and have spoken lying words in my name, which I have not commanded them. Indeed, I know and am a witness, says the Lord. Oh, it's time. Every time I set my alarm to end, it's like in the middle of the story, and I'm supposed to be getting off by now. I set my alarm for an hour, like do this for an hour. But then my alarm goes off and I'm still here. Okay. And I am a witness, says the Lord. But also speak to Shemaiah, the Nehelamite, saying, you have sent letters in your name to all the people who are in Jewland, to Zephaniah, the son of Maaseiah, the priest, and to all the priests, saying, the Lord has made you a priest instead of Jehoiada, so that there should be officers in the house of the Lord over every man who is demented and considers himself a prophet. He means Mormons. He's talking about Mormons. That you should put him in prison in the stocks. Why have you not rebuked Jeremiah of Amoth, who makes himself a prophet to you? For he has sent to us in Babylon, saying, this captivity is long. Build houses, dwell in them, plant gardens, and eat their fruit. So they're even calling Jeremiah a fake prophet in his own fucking book. Okay. It's fucking wild. Now, Zephaniah the priest read this letter in the hearing of Jeremiah the prophet. Then the word of the Lord. Oh, oops, hold on. Okay. Now, Zephaniah the priest read this letter in the hearing of Jeremiah the prophet. And then God was all up in Jeremiah's head again. Like, hey. Okay. Send to all those people in captivity, saying, thus says the Lord concerning Shemaiah, the Nehelamite, because Shemaiah has prophesied to you, and I have not sent you, and he has caused you to trust in a lie. Therefore, behold, I will punish Shemaiah and his family. He shall not have anyone to dwell among his people, nor shall he see the good that I will do for my people, because He has taught them, no, he has taught rebellion against the Lord. Yeah, that's the end of that chapter. Yeah, that is the end of that chapter. I don't know where my bookmark went. My bookmark is, oh, right here. It's a baby picture of my son. Keep it in my Bible. Even though he told me that he's not talking to me because I support a fascist who unsubscribes brown people from God's YouTube. Yeah, that is literally what he said in my face yesterday. And I said, that is not real life. And he's like, yes, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. That is not real life. Quit. But whatever. It's okay. But that is the end of that chapter. Does anybody got anything to say? Or anything to talk about, pray about, think about, anything? Wheels, are you still here? Da, 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 da. I think it's cool God's finally done, well, mostly done talking shit. He's probably not all the way done talking shit. Oh, hi, Robert. Awesome. Hi, Wheels. Robert, are you staying? You can stay. You can stay and hang out. Well, not for very much longer because we finished the reading for tonight, but we're all here and you're here and we can say hi and talk about things. Believe in Christ to receive eternal life right now. Yeah, all of us are already saved, and most of us are baptized too. Yeah, I got baptized by a Native American in Lake Huron like 3 or 4 summers ago. That was really cool. There's nothing like being baptized in a lake. But actually, that was like, I pretended it was my wedding day. I had a reception and everything. I got baptized and then we had a reception. I had a reception dress. I got baptized in sweats. I wore sweats to get baptized. And I still have that outfit. But then I had a reception. It was great because I told my mom I was marrying Jesus. And like everybody was like, yay, we're having a party. Has anybody else got baptized? What was it like getting married? Yeah, I took it like it was getting married because Jesus is the only person I'm marrying. I'm not getting married in real life. But it was never in my cards to get married anyway. I'm way too wild. Oh, Yep. Okay. So I am a nun that is, well, I was formerly a nympho, was a sex addiction. So I guess, yeah, you could say I'm a nun. I sowed all my wild oats and became a nun. Although I think nuns have to be celibate for life, kind of like eunuchs. Only nuns don't get their vaginas sewed shut, whereas eunuchs get their peckers chopped off. Nuns don't do that. They just have to stay away from any sexual emotion. And you have to go straight out of school to be a nun. You can't have any interactions with men. So you could say I'm a domesticated house cat. But do they really? See, I didn't know that because I heard it was real strict, like eunuchs and monks. And I can never be a nun because I'm not that chill. I know back in the day, nuns had control problems. I also have control problems. I can never be a nun. I'd be a no, I can't say that. But I also would have took it too far. Damn. So did Robert leave? Man, is he another one of those people that's gonna come in and say one thing? I hope they press the like button when they do that. Press the like button if you're gonna troll me. Because, I mean, you know, I'm doing you a favor by letting you spit your venom. Do me a favor while pressing like. Yes, and I also see what I'm saying. Like I I would go too far with all of it. You give me an inch and I'm taking a mile. I'm just that kind of person. And it's not even on purpose. It's just the personality that I have raised myself to dig into. Even though it's completely self destructive, which is my mental illness, and that's what I take pills for. But I am one of those people. I am a former liberal, you know. That shit does not go away. It just becomes less um, prevalent. But that is still my personality that I don't know how to change. Yeah. But you know what? A lot of people can't admit that. that they have self-sabotaging behavior and control issues. I have both of those things. But enough about my crazy self. Is anything on anybody's mind? Does anybody want to talk about anything? Wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. Honestly, okay. So nobody, nothing. Did Miss Muddy fall in the toilet? Look, I bet you she did. I hope she has a golden toilet. So if she flushed herself down the toilet, it would be a gold toilet. So she would, I don't even know, come out fancier. Of course. Of course he did. And it was probably by a George Soros paid operative because they want to start a war on American land. So they'll just start killing random people so they can start a war. It ain't for no other reason. They want to start a race war. They want to get black people and white people so emotionally charged that they just want to kill each other. And that's what they're going to do. Yeah, exactly. A brown person. They want to start a race war. So they're going to continue to randomly kill people until people come out in arms and start a war. This is their playbook. That's what they try to do all the time. They turn black people emotionally charged, so they start wrecking places and stealing, and then they change the laws to make it easier for them to do whatever they want to do until, like, the regular citizens come out and defend themselves, and then bam, you got a war. And that's all they want is a war. Brown people against white people. And they use the white liberals to, you know, puff up the black people, and they're so emotionally charged. So then they start hunting down white people. And then bam, it's a globalist funded race war. And the globalists will be funding both the white side and the black side, so the war will never end. And then we can be taken over by a Muslim country, and then the next thing you know, America, all of America, is filled with Sharia law. That's exactly what's going to happen. China and Russia are not going to try to come in. Russia might come in to try to help America, but then China will come in and try to help the Muslims. And the fight for America is going to be World War 3. That's just my opinion on it, though. But honestly, I think the fluoride in the water made people too docile. Because that's what fluoride does to children under 14. It hardens their pineal gland, which is your third eye, and it's also adrenochrome. That's why they try to steal children under 14 so they can drink their brain juice. Because over 14, your pineal gland starts to harden, right? And then it just stays hardened. Even if you stop drinking tap water, you've been drinking it your whole life, your third eye will never open again. Yes, the pineal gland calcifies from the fluoride in the water before you have a pineal gland until you're 14 years old. That's why the children that go missing end up with these certain class of people that love drinking adrenochrome, and they do that before they're 14 because the fluoride in the water will harden their pineal gland as they go through puberty. Yep, you'll never get your third eye open again because of the fluoride in the water. And from what I understand, the fluoride was put in the water after Kennedy. And part of me thinks he did that to try to stop people from drinking the adrenochrome because he was very against that stuff as well. And that's why they killed him because he was stopping them. And that's why they try to kill Trump too because he's stopping them from doing things that they want to do. Yep. Yep. But if you've been drinking fluoride water, you may never get your third eye open. And I know I still drink tap water. I'm probably never going to get my third eye open. But it's like, I've been drinking that shit my whole life. What am I going to do? Switch to bottled water and then all of a sudden the chemicals and shit in my body are going to go away? That's not how that works. So, I don't know. But enough of my conspiracy truths because I get in trouble for talking about this stuff. And I don't mean I don't get in trouble with YouTube. I literally get in trouble with the people in my house for talking about these things, so I have to kind of be quiet. Right, you can. But again, that takes a lot of meditation and a lot of fucking thought and a lot of different frequencies, different frequency style music. I don't remember what the frequency is exactly, but there are ways to open your third eye. I just don't know what it is. And plus, I can't meditate to save your life. If you were, if you had a certain kind of thing at your head, and it was I had to meditate to save your life. That would never happen. You would be unsubscribed from God's YouTube in just a second. Oh, and omega threes, yes. A lot of that is what the fuck is that called? Oh, mushrooms. Not the magical kind, but regular mushrooms and avocados and a couple of drinks. There are some drinks that have fatty acids in them that are good for your brain. Absolutely. And I think a certain kind of bean is also. Oh, fish oil. I don't know what the first one is, but I definitely know what fish oil is because I'm supposed to be taking that every day, but I don't take it. But ostrich oil is better. I don't have any ostrich oil. It's better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what ostrich oil is, but I definitely have fish oil. um, yeah, but my conspiracy truth, I don't, I don't know much of them. I remember when you brought that ostrich egg from Arizona and you had to drill it open. And then it was immediately turned into a bomb. I remembered that. Although it wasn't exactly a bong. Well, it was a joint bong. It was really cool. And didn't we have a, a pipe? I mean, not we. Didn't you have a pipe made out of a didgeridoo? Yeah. I think there is like some kind of cream that has omega 3 in it. I don't remember which one though. But I'm willing to bet it's way too expensive for me. Damn. Wow. This joint kind of smells like meth. Meth has a very certain smell. And I don't know for a second there this smelled like meth. I only smoked meth for like a week. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like, this is too much for me. Yeah, I made it. And then it was the coolest fucking thing. It had a cup on the bottom of it. Like it was a long ass thing. I don't know if anybody knows how long those didgeridoos are. That thing was so fucking big. Man, that shit was such a good. It was such a good time. Man, we were the best kids in the world. I don't care what anybody says. We were the best kids. 6 foot 2 inches. Yeah, this thing was fucking huge. Well, I guess I don't mean huge, but it was long as hell, man. 6'3" with the cup. Yep, thing was so big. And the cup, I don't think it fit around the bottom. It fit inside the bottom. Like, man. But listen, and it was blue. Yeah, like this really is kind of dark blue. Do you still have that? Okay. I made one out of hardwood. Man, I'll send a pic sometime. Yeah, whenever you want. It don't much matter. But that thing was so cool. I'm gonna say it again. We were the best kids. Cops broke it long ago. Of course they did. Because doochie dooch dooch doo. Man. I would have sued them for that. Like they weren't even searching my property for this. And they broke it. But I guess you can't sue the cops for raiding your house or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if it was a raid. I couldn't imagine you ever getting raided, dude. That would make you cooler than me, even without going to prison. Cops never raided my house before. You know what? That's a fucking lie. Because they did at my 24th birthday party and they took my kids. And I never saw my kids again for like 10 years. Yeah, my house did get raided, just not in the traditional way. I opened the door for them. Yep. And then they took my kids. Wait, all we had was a roach. They didn't find anything else but a weed roach, and they took my kids. It was crazy. So, anyway, anybody else got anything? Or are we ready to call it a night? Damn, something happened. Okay. So, Miss Muddy, did you fall in the toilet? Oh, it's illegal. Yeah, me too. I blaze all day, every day. But I still, and for as much weed as I smoke, don't think I could outsmoke Snoop Dogg because I'm pretty sure he smokes indica, and I hate indica. It's like the heroin of weed for me. So I don't think I could outsmoke Snoop Dogg. But I do probably smoke as much as he does. I just put time in between. But welcome back from your toilet. Well, I don't know. He might have. But then again, maybe Snoop let him win, you know? Because Willie Nelson is an important person, and Snoop might have let him win because even though Snoop is whatever he is, I think he still has respect for his elders because he's pretty okay like that. I mean, even though he does what he does or whatever. I don't know any of that to be true, by the way, but I would just like to think that Snoop Dogg did something respectful for an old man. And for as gangster rap, like all the guys in gangster rap, they were raised by good people. They they were. They just chose that kind of lifestyle or whatever, but they had good parents. They had good moms. If you watch any of the things on them, their moms were pretty good, you know. They just chose to be assholes. But it got them money, so they did something right. So maybe he does have respect for his elders because his mom was good. Yeah, that's me. Only not dabs. Like, I know dabs are so bad for me. And those tens, man, that shit gets me way too high. I'm ready to go to sleep. And all Dustin and his mom smoke are indica. And Dustin's mom smokes more joints than cigarettes. Like she's rolling a joint every like 2 or 3 minutes. Like she's got to roll a joint. Yeah, they get me blowed out, and they brought my tolerance up a lot because they smoke so much weed. And it's the indica. They smoke so much indica. And it's like, man, smoke some sativa. You won't need so much. But indica's like the heroin of weed. Man, it's like a downer. Makes you sleepy. Makes you feel some kind of way. And then you gotta smoke a joint of it every 5 minutes. It's, it's like, get some sativa and chill out, man. Exactly. Like, indica is like the heroin of weed. You just need to have it. And I hate saying it, but sativa's like the cocaine of crack. Although with cocaine, you kind of need that all the time too. But it's like makes you more uppity. That's how it's like. Oh yeah, doing keef in a bowl is that is hard. I always put the keef on top of my weed or roll it on top of my weed and a joint. Then before I knew about cocaine, I used to call keef the happy powder. Man, because we would smoke it in a vaporizer. Yeah. I don't have a vaporizer now, but my friend Vinny always has a vaporizer. He's always had a vaporizer. He's like, this is the best way to smoke weed. I'm like, ah, ah, I don't know, man. But it does hit you real fast. If you vaporize it, it hits you real fast. Yeah, I do know. So, real quick, is anybody else here? Does anybody got anything to talk about? Are we ready to lay down? Because we've been at this for, well, I've been at this for 2 hours and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We're up all night again, folks. Man, why are we always up all night, guys? Man. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think we're up all night because I took my pills backwards. I think I took a day pill in the nighttime. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm ready to go. All right. So, is anybody else? Or, well, I bet you guys are asleep. Sleep on your keyboards. Anyway, let's all say good night and give the pillow. We'll make out with the pillow and then give it some head. Because you don't want to give it head and then make out with it because, that's kind of gross, you know. So, Give your pillow some sweet kisses and the best head ever. And then give a sheep some big old booty rubs and the best ass you have ever given it in your entire life. And then have the sweetest dreams ever. But rinse your mouth out if you was giving the pillow some head. Rinse your mouth out before you go to sleep, or else you'll have a weird tasting mouth in the morning. Yeah, and it's kind of awkward. Anyway, anyway, I want to tell y'all good night. I love you. I love you, Wheels. Good night. Oh, just a quick question. Do you think you could outsmoke Snoop Dogg? And this is a question also for the replay crew. Do you think you could outsmoke Snoop Dogg or stay on pace? Answer in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. What is this? I'm working on a late night tray. Tacos on DoorDash? Really? Isn't it kind of late? I'll smoke Snoop Dogg. Fuck no. Well, he's too fancy to keep up with that. Never too late. It might be too late for tacos. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And where are you gonna get tacos from? Del Taco? I have 1:30. No, it's 12:30. Or it's 12 o'clock. It's 1 a.m. Wait, is that what that says? Yeah, 12:58. Yeah. Del Taco is next. I've had Del Taco one time, and I remember it being quite good. But I only had it once, and I think it was like when I was 17 with Vinny. Do you remember Vinny Wheels? Does he ever come over and see you anymore? Probably not, though, huh? So, yeah. I don't know. Would he come and see you? Oh, crazy. I have crazy deals. Someone will take it. Yeah, probably. So, I think my raccoons are in hibernation because we threw some angel food cake out there that exploded and turned out pretty gnarly. Like, it like super exploded. You remember on the show Goosebumps when they made that thing that bubbled over the pan? It was like green. Well, this was pink. It was cherry angel food cake, and it exploded all over the stove, well, all over the oven. So we threw it out there for the raccoons. It's been out there for 3 days. 2 days. It's been out there 2 days, and they haven't even come. And the dog food is still out there from the other day. So I think they went into hibernation. One pizza and a salad for Thanksgiving. Oh man, Blue Oyster Cult. Man, you know what? That, and again, I'm getting mad in hindsight, but even though this Saturday, I say that all the time, your life needs more cowbell, but that song, it was way too serious to be made fun of back then. That song is pretty much an unsubscribing letter. You know, that whole song is about unsubscribing yourself. And well, really was unsubscribing yourself and your partner at the same time so you don't do it alone. And Saturday Night Live made fun of it. And it's like, does anybody even know the words to that song? They didn't even know the words to that song. And they made fun of it. And it's like, oh, why? Anyway, I might be the only person in the world somewhat offended by that. I don't know. Anyways, hi, welcome everyone. Press like and subscribe, and come back tomorrow at 11 p.m. to hear some more of Das Bible. Well, or God said, whichever you prefer to call it, Das Bible, the Bible, God said what. If you come back tomorrow at about 11 p.m., it was 10:15, but people show up late. So it'd be 11 o'clock Eastern time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. We will be reading chapters 30 and 31 tomorrow. We might even get through 32, depending on how fast it goes. Um, but um, press like and subscribe, and don't forget to come back tomorrow. We tonight is an OG copy of Appetite for Destruction, going for a 12-pack of tacos. Man, man. Well, I mean, albums like are becoming popular again. People want records, so I can bet that those things are going well. Good night, preacher. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Wheels Are you ready for bed so you can start getting your 12 pack of tacos? So, everyone, I'm going to repeat what I said a minute ago. It's time to give your pillow the best head of your life, and the sheets the best booty rub and ass you can give a sheet. And then have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you guys so much. Good night. And I have the munchies. Well, meals. I also have the munchies. I'm about to go in there and eat some ambrosia before I give my pillows some head and my sheets some ass. But I do have to go. So I love you so much. Let me hit the outro. Good night, Wheels. I love you. Oh, shit. Hold on. Good morning, future Neil, future Miss Mud Duck. Ah, shit. Future. Oh, Red Feather, Firefly, Heath, Robert, Fred. So good night, future all of you, or good morning. It'd probably be good morning because you're watching me before work. So I love you. Have the greatest day ever. Now, let's get back to the outro. Okay.